go to the Ukraine. Russia, the onslaught continues. The Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, in Cairo this week. A bit of a change of rhetoric there. It looks like now, Michael, the goal is less about winning the whole territory of Ukraine, perhaps keeping the territory they've got, but really going after President Zelensky. This is getting really personal.
It is. They hate him because he survived the decapitation that they wanted in the first 3 days. He's united the whole world. I've never seen a country with so much international support. The problem is that after the midterms, I hope some of the Tucker Carlson Republicans aren't going to, say, draw back on aid to Ukraine because they're just starting to use those HIMARS and win. The Ukrainian war aim has to be, whatever the Russian war aim is, to get the Russians away from the Black Sea and the Azov Sea so they can resume being a normal country, having trade with all of their sunflower and wheat.
Talk to me about concerns President Zelensky has now that all of that support keeping Russian cyber power, disinformation, misinformation out of the internet in Ukraine feels like it's fallen away, and he's concerned US tech giants have forgotten about Ukraine.
You know, it's a little bit of a paradox because everybody that's in this fight from the Western sphere, it's about sort of supporting democracy or, fighting against communism with Putin and sort of authoritarianism. But this whole agenda of trying to get US-based tech companies to censor or filter data, you could step back and say, well, hang on, that's actually not the role of even the United States government, let alone a foreign government. So that's, I think, one issue he's running into. And the other issue, too, is that came out linked to that is there's this whole blacklist of commentators and political figures and legal scholars that he's putting out there from the Western sphere that he wants censored by big tech and elsewhere. And that's another thing that he's being met with a little bit of not very impressive sort of analysis around that, because if the American government is going to put $50 billion into this war in Ukraine, it is the right of American people and commentators to question whether that's in the interests of the American people. And that's the kind of stuff that he's
But you can understand him doing it because it is partially an information war.
Yes, he is doing that.
It doesn't have to be successful. I mean, Americans can agree to it or not agree to it.
But it's the right, I guess, of American companies and American commentators to question that, and that's sort of the debate that
you can't complain about Elon Musk and his lack of support from his satellite.